YouTube, Karen here. I'm out bottle hunting again. I just found a piece that would have been a nice mason jar. Yeah, just keep looking. Nothing whole yet though. Keeping an eye out. Yeah, I'm right above where that dump was that I dug out last time. You can see down there. It was way too rocky for there to be much whole stuff. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna find anything actually, but I'm gonna move down now. I'm not sure where the property border is. Just gonna check if I left anything in the soil, like a button or something. And then I'll keep moving. So I'm gonna go past the point where the washing machine was that I went to last time, which was yesterday. So, see if yeah, I'm gonna go farther. And as to the other side of the creek, I'm gonna probably save that for another day, depending on, because I think there might be an obstacle that prevents me from going much farther past where I went yesterday. In which case, I'll just switch to the other side today. Okay, so I'm gonna search this area for a few seconds, do my best not to get dirty, and this is turning into a creek walk. Look, I just found a cork top blown bromo sticking out of the creek bank. It's right here. I'm gonna rake a bit in the bank, and if I don't find anything, I'll keep moving. But this is turning into a creek walk. Wish me luck. I'm trying to move back up there a bit, see if I can find anything too. Bye. You know, I'm just gonna get my feet wet a bit. I'm just gonna take my shoes off and put them on the side. Bye. Found a dump farther up the creek. 1 second, switching hands. And I'm gonna dig a bit. It's full of rocks, so I have to be careful that they don't fall down on me. Okay, let's dig a bit. Watch out for the fallen rocks. Seems mostly nearer to the top that the actual stuff is. Like right at rock level, unfortunately. I was hoping I could dig under them. Make sure I'm quick to catch something if it's falling, something whole, because otherwise it will land on the rocks and break. Oh, there's some dishes. We'll be back if I find anything else. Oh, I just found a little toad in the leaves. I think I was afraid I injured it, but fortunately I didn't. So I'm digging in a dump. I actually found a dump in all these rocks, and I'm digging in it. I'm gonna keep moving soon because my digging tool broke, so I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna start across the creek. From across the creek, up there's where the washing machine stuff where I went to yesterday. And here's another washing machine. Yeah, so I started across the creek yesterday. I'm gonna go back. I skipped off from over there to get over here. I'm just gonna quickly check this spot out because it looks like it has potential. And I'll move back to the main creek. Nothing. We're gonna move back to the main creek and I'll be back if I find something else. Otherwise, do a review. Here's something that would have been amazing. Look at this root beer. Look at that. That would have been amazing. Oh well. It's worn, so it probably washed. It was high up on the creek, so I don't think it washed up. I'm gonna probably check out this area a little bit. Bye. I want to give a quick view of the creek. It's actually quite deep. It's about 3 or 4, it's taller than me in some spots, the depth. Yeah, it's pretty deep though. Just keep walking in Maryland, and look, I found a jug piece. I found so many crock pieces and now a jug piece. Don't expect to find anything whole, but I can hope. Yeah, look at that. Right in the soil. Okay, let's keep moving. So it's right sticking up at the bottom of the creek. So now I know now I've reached the good zone. Okay, now I'm gonna try to get out of here so I don't fog up the creek with my footsteps. Now I know there's potential. Okay, I'll come back to the bank over there to check it out in a moment. I'm just gonna quickly, I see a pair of sunglasses over here, probably junk condition, but yep, junk. I'll leave it. But oh my god, that bottle top is a good sign. Yeah. Ooh, let's keep moving. Wish me luck. I've never found a whole jar. I found one stoneware bottle, which was not American. It's probably about German. So my goal right now, my top goal right now, my bucket list goal is find a whole stoneware crock or jug that's American. It doesn't have to be stoneware. It can be clay too, but a clay jug or a crock. Clay or stoneware. Well, stoneware is a type of clay, but you know what I mean. That's American. Is my current bucket list goal. And now I'm reaching an area where I actually have a chance. Also, that dump I recently discovered, the veterinary dump, had recently had a chance considering I did find one whole stoneware bottle. But I can't go back there for a little while. So I'm going to be here for the whole week, and after that, I'll probably have to take a break from digging because I'm exploring a lot. I've done it the past 2 days in a row. I've gone exploring. Not much digging, but exploring. I'm gonna go away so I can 1930s this dump, 30s, 40s dump, which has a lot of broken crocks and another broken crock piece. Oh, that would have been nice. I don't expect to find any whole ones because it's full of rocks. I have found a few whole bottles earlier you saw. So yeah, I'm gonna dig a little bit here and then I'm gonna try to move further up the creek. Spotting pieces in the creek bank. And look what I spotted. Stenciled blue croc. That would have been amazing. I'm gonna rake around here a little bit. There is also some pieces here. What's this? I can't tell, but it is quite old. Okay, I'm gonna rake around there a little bit. What that dam I showed last video? There's actually, look, you can see it goes across there. It actually looks like a dam. You can see the brick wall there. Might have been a water supply, because look, the pipe leading through there. I saw pieces of old pipe down that way too, like sticking out around that area. This might have been collecting water, like it might have gone all the way across here. And there's whole pieces of rubble in here from the dam. So yeah, it was probably a water supply a very long time ago. Cool old piece of machinery. Look at the old motor, and it has like one of those rubber belts for controlling it. Yeah, that's cool. It's quite old. I don't know what it is though. Hello, I'm back with the review for day 2. Let's get started. So this is mostly from one dump, except for the stuff that I'll show first, which is the creek finds. Yeah, but the majority of this is from one dump, which is one I discovered in a bunch of rocks, which I think I showed in the video. And I think it might have been like a moonshiner's dump. The reason I think that is it was full, and I mean full, of mason jar lids. And broken mason jars. Like the majority of the stuff in there, while all mostly broken as it was full of rocks, just like the previous dump I found there was mason jars and stuff. And you'll see in the next video of this dump, which will be day 4, I found broken Warner's safe cure. So the stuff dumped. And also I found a ton of crock pieces. Unfortunately, all broken because of the rocks. But yeah, the only whole stuff I found was small bottles and some non-bottle stuff, like more durable stuff like metal and stuff, and mason jar lids. But yeah, so the only whole bottles I found were small ones, which means I don't expect to find any whole Crocks. So let's start with the river finds. This was my first find. I found sticking right out of the creek bank. Just the bottom sticking out of the mud. I raked around a bit where I found this to make sure there wasn't a dump, but I didn't find anything else, or a few pieces. So this is, as you can see, a bromo seltzer. It is machine made, but it's early machine made. I'm assuming, because it's a corked up version, so it's probably like early 1900s to 1910s. Bromo, though, was one of the first companies to do machine-made bottles. If not the first, I'm not sure if it was the first, but I think it was the first one to mass-produce machine-made bottles, I think. It was one of the first big companies. So yeah, so it's probably about 1903 to 1910s, I'd guess. So I think they started doing screw-top version in the 20s. Not sure exactly when, though. I'm cold. It's cold outside. Then there's this Lysol bottle. I've never seen one with this top before. It's kind of unusual. And it's actually the first Lysol I've dug, but I have seen other people find videos, but I've never seen one with this kind of top, so that's kind of interesting. It's probably from, I think from reading the correctly, 1948. It says L&F Prod Co, which I guess means product. Bottle made in USA, Bloomfield, New Jersey. Which I don't know if that's for the glass company, is L&F. But I think it's actually the, L might stand for Lysol, I don't know. Yeah. And then let's get to some of the lids. I'll just show the more unusual ones. Most of them are just hazel outlets, like the boards, porcelain, which you see everywhere. But here's something interesting I've not identified. I think it might be a pestle, like from a mortar and pestle. But it seems a bit long for that, so I'm not sure. But it looks quite worn on this end, which is what made me think that. And unfortunately, it's broken. You can see it broke right off here. I don't know how long it would have been or what it was. But it's pretty interesting. I want to try to identify it. Let me know if you know. I was thinking like a pestle, but it's very worn on this end. Except the thing is, it's unusually long for a pestle. And it was for like a big one. But yeah. And here's a lid. It actually is a boyd, but it's a whole one. Yeah. I don't know why I'm showing that. I use those, took those for reuse, like when I find jars that don't have a lid. This is a bit unusual. It looks like a bit of an earlier boyd. I haven't seen one with like this domed center before. And then let's see, is this one boyd? This one does not have a brand name. It's an older one though. Here's a more unusual one. I've not seen one of these before. Unfortunately, I don't think it's in usable condition though, but it's a Crown Mason. I've heard of this brand before, so to be clear, I just never found one of their lids before. Or I found broken jars from Crown Mason. I think I have found a Crown Mason before, but not a metal one. I found like one of those glass lids for like the lightning top ones. Then there's this one which is kind of, actually that's not the unusual one. Let me find it. One moment. There was an atlas somewhere here. Oh yeah, you probably, you can see it. This one's an atlas, so that's unusual. And it also was Boyd's, because Boyd's was pretty much the most popular brand for their lining. And I think they produce the lids in general. This is the thing which I took because I thought it might be one of those rolling stamper things, but I don't see any writing on it. Like the thing where you like roll it and it stamps out like a pattern or a number, but it's not. It's probably part of some sort of lock or something. Here's something interesting. It's turning purple. I think you can see that. It's a stopper I found in the rock wall. Oh, car driving by. But yeah, so you can see it's actually hollow on the inside, which is interesting. Unfortunately, it is beat up on the top and chipped. Fortunately, not all the way through though. But it's still, I'm still going to use it to put in a bottle. Makes a good display. Then there's this, which I think is some sort of like weird button, I think. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. Plastic. Oh, I missed one of the creek finds, so let's go back to that. I missed this, and I think I've identified the maker based on my knowledge. This is a very old jug I found in the creek. Unfortunately broken, but a good sign. Yeah, so this is, based on what I could tell, the only ones I could find with the same style of top were Peter Herman out of Baltimore from about 1870s to 1880s. Interestingly, I have a Peter Herman crock at home, so I guess it must have been a popular brand. I don't know that for a fact though. Even though it still would have been pretty valuable and would have been an awesome jug, because it would have had a brand name on it and stuff. I'm gonna show you a whole example now. Yep, so that would have been nice. Oh well. Never found a whole stoneware American jug. I found a stoneware bottle before, but it wasn't American. Then there's this like shell casing. Let's see, what brand is it? Remington Express. You can see it actually says something UMC around the top. I think that's the type of cartridge. And I can't read what else it says after that. I think it says Remington. Yeah. So my hand's shaking. It's really cold out here. And it's just part of what would have been a cool hairpin if it was whole. And I found two pieces to it, but I'm probably going to get rid of the smaller piece. Let me just get it zoom in. Yeah, it's not in great shape, but it was definitely like a hairpin or something. You can see the pin mechanism there. There's this like probably rubber button. I think it's rubber. Yeah, that's neat. No brand name, unfortunately, because that would make it even cooler. Let's see, I'll just show you the most interesting lids. There's no more lids worth showing, really. So let's go on to this. This, I think, may or may not be the base to a statue. It might be, but it also looks like kind of like a lid. It might have been the lid to like a fancy jewelry box that would have had like a statue on top. But you can see it looks like something would have been attached here, here, and here. Let me know if you know. Unfortunately, no markings, though. And unfortunately, if there was a statue, I did not find it. Who knows, maybe if I go there again, I'll find it. But that's pretty cool. That's interesting. That would probably be a base for sculpture, though. Feels like, well, it looks like brass, but it feels heavy like lead. So it could be either. I think it's brass. It's just, brass is pretty heavy, actually, now that I think about it, so it could be. Then there's this bottle. I think that stands for, interestingly, I've dug a lid for this at home. Even though I've never dug one of these bottles before this dump. But, yeah. Yep. And then I got this, which I think is common, but I'm not sure about this. I know this brand is common. I don't know about this design. It's probably from the 30s, I guess. A Whitmore shoe, which I know is shoe polish. It had some of the contents in it, and the lid on it, but I tried to clean it out the best I could. Yeah, but that's nice. And I got this tiny little bottle, which had the original lid, which I would have kept it if it still had the lid, but the lid came off. It broke, I mean, I tried to unscrew it. And that's all. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's all for this. Well, actually, one more thing. There's this, which I unfortunately cannot keep because it still has the contents in it. And it's too gross to get out. I'm not willing to use my fingers, and I know that if I use one of my tools to get it out, it would ruin the tool. I know that from experience. Like, you wouldn't be able to clean the tool off afterwards. Like the brush or something. So I'm just gonna end up getting rid of it because it's common. It's not worth ruining a tool over. Especially since I only have one with me right now on vacation. Yeah, it's not really vacation because I still have college classes every day. But I am away from home at my aunt's house, so it is kind of like a vacation-ish. Okay, bye. Hope you enjoyed. Time to jog off, I guess. I don't know.